There are three guys who are always there when the dirt hits the air. Claremont's own Turbo Tonsil team. Your commentators, the Drifter, Phil Mansfield, Carl Langdon and Con Migro. Speedway fans, let the battle begin.
Oh yes, 2 nights of awesome action down here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome down the Claremont Speedway, the grand final 2 nights at the Claremont Showgrounds, and they are going to be absolutely huge, both of them. Thanks for coming along tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, the action tomorrow night is going to be absolutely red hot. So go home and tell your friends and neighbours about the grand final night down here at the National Capital Speed Claremont Speedway. It's a great night for speedway racing tonight. It's a magnificent time and opportunity to go around to the souvenir shop and pick up your memorabilia of all speedway action down here at Claremont, including some fantastic shirts that have just come out. They are magnificent shirts. Some caps, decals, badges, everything you want. They're all available over there at the souvenir shop. Take it home, mount it on the wall because, well, the world famous Claremont Speedway comes to a halt tomorrow night. But we've got 2 nights to send it off with, and they are big, big nights of action. Let me assure you of that. Tonight also, the Smarter Than Smoking Junior Sedan Car Series, Formula 500 sidecars, the solos. We've got huge action with the return of Al Barbagallo in sprint cars, modified sedan cars, super sedan cars, late models. It's all happening right across this weekend. Whatever division has raced down here at the National Capital Speed, they will be back for this 2-night show. Event number 1 on the program tonight will be Junior Sedans Heat number 1. 6 laps will be the journey, and a very good lineup including Stephen Hunter 199, Brian Havenwaite 99, Robbie Galloway 93, Robert Thomas 84, Adam O'Sullivan 76, Tara Vaughan 67, Fiona Murray 65, Adam Verner 60, Matthew Nylander 54, Veronica McCann 50, Robert Thomas 36, Michael Clark 28, David Nylander 19, Brendan Selleck 12, Rod Adley car number 9, David Priolo, son of the great sprint car driver Pino Priolo, car number 7, Michael Priolo as well, car number 6, Todd Waddell, car number 5, and Neil Cyprian in car number 3. That'll be coming up very, very shortly down here at the National Capital. Migro before, and I said, Con, you've got to be a very, very proud man down here at Claremont Speedway over this next 2 nights. What a fantastic arena, a brilliant venue to run Speedway. Okay, it's got to come to an end, but what you've brought to us here, the public and the spectators of Claremont Speedway, is a credit to yourself. So, Con, congratulations to yourself. I've been no doubt one of the greatest promoters.
Thanks, Drifter. Thank you very much indeed for those kind thoughts. That's very flattering, and I really appreciate your sincerity in that. It's great to be here. It's great to start the end of an era, or not great, but it's very sad in one respect, but in some respects life moves on. I've got a few good cheers from Peter White from Speedway Racing News, Leslie Pale from Hope Valley. I have also from Wade Oranger, who Wade will come up during the night and do a couple of calls, you Drip. Pauline and Malcolm Whitby, who've sent regards to me, the world's #1 speedway. You can look back with a sense of pride and accomplishment. And they said, if you have the courage to begin, you have the courage to succeed. Open your arms to change, but not let go of your values. Pauline, Malcolm and Paul Whitby. You know, the list just goes on. I'm going to read a few more of these as the night goes on. Also from Matthew Winter from Newman, wishing us all the best for 2 nights, and then on to Kwinana. Drifter starters and drivers for the juniors.
Yep, 76 Adam O'Sullivan, I beg your pardon, will be on the front row. On the outside is the queen of the scene, Veronica McCann. Good way to start the night off for her. Good night to start the way off for Thursday night action down here at Claremont Speedway Junior Sedans. And that's exactly what two of the hot setters of this particular series, Adam O'Sullivan and of course Veronica McCann, who lead him out of turn number 2 down past Quid, and Veronica on the outside, the female drivers, they bunch up down the back straight out of turn 3 and 4. Now they come around for the first lap on the Thursday night action down here at Claremont Speedway. O'Sullivan out in front, back to Veronica. Look at Veronica McCann on the outside. She's up there doing a great job with Michael Clark in third place. Clark is coming on strong, and he normally does that in the particular heats. Very strong in the later section of the races down past Quid. Back in the no fear corner now as they move underneath the Coca-Cola Channel 7 turn out of turn number 4 and down the main straight. Veronica McCann, O'Sullivan back to Michael Clark as we mentioned. Then we've got car number 36, Robert Thomas, up there in the 4th place. Back there in the 5th place, we've got Adam Werner and a heap of stars, including the Priolo brothers, sitting back there in the pack, but they'll be up there later on as the night comes on. But down past Quid one more time as they move out of turn number 4 to be 3 laps remaining for this heat number 1 of the Smarter Than Smoking Junior Sedan Car Series. Michael Clark now moves up into 2nd place. A good bit of driving underneath Adam O'Sullivan and a heap of action coming up. One of the drivers also in there is Robert Thomas, sitting back there in about 5th to 6th. Oh, a couple of cars come together on the main straight. Young Priolo's one of them. Will try and pick the other car up as they move underneath the tower. But out of turn number 4, we've also lost, it could be car number 7 of David Priolo. Very, very slow on the main straight. Had a few problems, probably got bogged in turn number 4 as Veronica McCann out there in front, the front wheel drive Daihatsu Charade. In 2nd place is Michael Clark. Then we've still got Adam O'Sullivan back there in 3rd. And in 4th place is Robert Thomas as they move down past Quid. Back in the 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen, down here at Claremont Speedway. Thursday night action. Veronica McCann, the female pilot, she is absolutely doing a great job. Been brilliant this year. Same as last season, will take out the Smarter Than Smoking Junior Sedan Car Series if she keeps going the way she is down past Quid. With on the last lap, Veronica McCann will take out heat number 1. Michael Clark, I said Clarky comes on strong towards the end. That's exactly what he has done. But Veronica McCann takes the win. Put your hands together for Veronica McCann. Back to Michael Clark on the outside is 76. That is Adam O'Sullivan. Then we go back in the pack to Robert Thomas, hard-charging Robert Thomas also coming home strong at about 5th place.
Well, Drifter, just another couple of, as the kids are going back, young guy Daniel Brower of Woodvale Rung. Australia all let us scream out, Claremont Speedway's gone. We'll mourn it throughout all our lives. We'll miss the great sprint cars. The flying Formula 5s are gone, and so are the V8s. The modified sedans are gone. We'll miss the great legends. Hail to Cricky and Priolo. Claremont Speedway is gone. Wow, and that's to the tune of Advance.
We certainly have Con, brought to you tonight by Smarter Than Smoking. Heat number 2, 6 laps will be the journey. The 2 front runners will be Robbie Galloway and Todd Waddell. They'll lead them away. Back then we've got Robert Thomas. Robbie Thomas up there in the 2nd row, be pretty tough to beat from there. Veronica McCann sits right back there in the pack along with Adam O'Sullivan. They started up the front in the last particular heat. We're about to go racing now, young Galloway, and greens go on. Galloway grabs the race lead, doing a great job right throughout the season. And Toddy Waddell sitting up there in the 2nd place. Here comes the big charge from Robert Thomas, as we mentioned. Now, Robert Thomas in the first particular heat started down the back, made his way right up into about 4th place in heat number 1, so he's got the journey ahead of him now, the same as Veronica McCann. And O'Sullivan as Thomas throws the car sideways. Big charge also coming up from Brendan Selleck in car number 12. The young kids, the future of Speedway. They're out there on the racetrack and they're burning up Claremont down here for the final time. Adam Werner in car 60, sitting up there in about 5th place. Also coming on strong, Stephen Hunter. Hunter with a big move around the outside while he's been looking at his superheroes who will be later on in the program tonight. Thomas also coming through. Robert Thomas, that is, in car number 84. Veronica McCann in car number 50. Sitting back there in the pack, but she'll move around the outside. She won't sit there for long. She's a hot shot up this young scene here for Junior Sedans Heat number 2, brought to you by Smarter Than Smoking. Out of turn number 4 now. Then it's young Galloway. Look at him go in the young Honda. Car number 93. Then we go back to car number 5, Todd Waddell. There's 3 laps at Claremont to go. The last lap was a 23.59 second lap. So they're hooting around here pretty quickly for the young kids. And Galloway's well and truly got out there, and the horse is just about bolted, but the glasses are not down as yet. There's still 2 to go, and you never know what can happen down here at the National Capital of Speed. Still up there in the second place, Todd Waddell. A young Thomas, I thought Thomas will come through a lot quicker. He's going to sit there in the third place now, and he's got a bit of work to do to catch up with Waddell. Also coming through the pack, Stephen Hunter. Veronica McCann on the outside of Hunter, and Hunter fights back, but Veronica McCann has got the front wheel drive. Daihatsu Charade, and she's doing a fantastic job. We've won the go, but she's back there at about 5th place from here. Got a lot of work to do, but she's come from the back, and that is why she's one of the stars of the Smarter Than Smoking Junior Sedan Car Series, which has been run down here at Claremont Speedway for the last 3 years now. Veronica McCann on the outside, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at it go. But the race leader out of turn number 4 in down past Quit to greet the checkered flag. Galloway, good drive. Back to Waddell from car number 84 in the 3rd place. And that is Robbie Thomas. Then we go back with Veronica McCann sitting back there in the pack in about 5th place from here. Time for the event. 2 minutes 23.76 for the 6-lap journey. First across the line, Robbie Galloway. Car 93, and then we go back to...
This lap's the day I did here too, in a sprint.
What did you think of that?
What did I think of it? Yeah, I thought it was great. Yeah, just need to take a toilet roll with me for after. All right, here we go, into the main straight bank. Galloway gives it to McCann off the start line. Don't know if that was very fair, Robbie, but he gave her a side bump as McCann and Galloway go side by side. Thomas gives her the bump from the back as well. Well, they charge around Fowler's corner for the first time and down the back straight past the quit sign. And our race leader is Galloway. Robbie Galloway, I think it is, out in front. McCann is second on the inside, and on the outside, maybe getting up to second now, Robert Thomas. So Galloway from Thomas from McCann. On the outside, Alamo Sullivan. So the charge is on up the front. Michael Clark is back then in car number 28. Then we've got one of the Priolo boys. I think it is David Priolo back then next as they go down the back straight now. And Galloway, Robbie Galloway, under the no fear time clock, showing no fear at the moment, nor is Robert Thomas, who, as I said, has won a feature race here. Andrew Thomas, in fact, has, not Robert, as they go down, and it's into the main straight for McCann. There's 76 car goal. Yep, going on. That was Adam O'Sullivan. Yeah, Adam O'Sullivan gave it to McCann. Priolo is back in behind them. They were lucky not to really cause some contact there with Adam O'Sullivan, so McCann is left alone out there in 3rd place. This is the Smarter Than Smoking Junior Sedan Series feature race. Galloway, followed by Thomas. Robert Thomas in 2nd place. 3rd place, McCann, Priolo. Then we go back to the 54 car of Matthew Nylander. We speak of Alan Nylander.
Yeah,
well, now Matthew's out there.
Was
Priolo.
it David had the big wreck on the main straight?
Oh, I'm not. I think it was David, and I think it was in the back straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember it was a pretty serious wreck.
Yeah, it was. It was a very serious wreck, but here they come into the main straight. Galloway goes around number 19. What's going on? Come on, Dave. Young Dave Nylander there at number 19. Get it going, son. Here he goes. Nylander, Priolo. Ooh, nearly some contact there. Adam O'Sullivan again going through the field. Picked up a couple of positions with the wobbly ones, and he's still wobbling. Look at that. Going around young Nylander. Whoa, snaky wall, Fowlhouse. G'day, roosters and hens. As they come into the main straight, here we go. Into the main straight, Galloway. Still doing nicely. McCann fighting back, 3 to go. What have we got over there? Phil Priolo. Oh, he's stuck snakies over there. He's chucking 360s, putting on a show, the youngsters here at Claremont Speedway. David, young David, 10 to 17 years of age. The racers or the drivers behind these cars. That's the groaning going on is by Wade Ornger, ladies and gentlemen, who's
Not a good place to come back on the track.
He's loving it. There he is. He's back on the track now. No contact. Galloway, Thomas and McCann. They're the 3 in the race out in front. There's 2 laps of Claremont to go now. Priolo, he's out of order. Then we go back to Adam O'Sullivan, 4th. Tara Vaughan, 67. Then we got the 9 car, Robert Adley, inside Nylander. Then we got Clark going back through the field. Nylander, followed by Todd Wardell. They're all in there, ladies and gentlemen, enjoying their racing. 65, Fiona Murray, the youngster. Here we go. 1 to go. The white flag's out. Galloway's got him, I reckon. McCann's got 2nd. She's out after him. Robert Thomas is in 3rd place now. This is the last lap. We'll stay with our leaders. Galloway around Fowlhouse corner. He's not going to get beaten from here. He's going to have his first feature race win, barring mechanical failure, heading towards turn number 3. McCann with the late charge. Can she make it? Oh no, smoke bellowing from her car. She'll get across the line. Galloway will win though. McCann will get 2nd. 3rd place will go to Robert Thomas. Thomas. We've got Priolo out of order. He's a lap down. Then we go back further in the field to 76, Adam O'Sullivan, followed by Tara Vaughan. Here comes young Nylander. On the outside is car number 9 in Robert Adley, followed by Clark. Then we got the 199 car of Stephen Hunter. Across the line they go, and it's a great race. A good night to see the end of the Smarter Than Smoking Junior Sedan Series, and a good win, his first one of the season.
And the junior sedans, the final one for juniors. Veronica McCann in first place. Let's go to third place. Who had third place there? Robbie Galloway, third place tonight. Robbie, go on you, mate. The young kids, ladies and gentlemen. Young Robbie Galloway. Go on you, Rob. Congratulations. There you go, mate. That was a fantastic run.
Thanks. I'd just like to thank Healthway for putting on the series, Claremont Speedway, my sponsors, Just Carts, Focus Product, Mum and Dad, and Stan Maddox for doing the engine. Thank you.
Well on, Robbie. Great drive tonight. In second place tonight, Andrew Thomas. Andrew, it's been a pleasure watching you this year, having a great run with Veronica McCann. And there you go, fantastic second drive.
Yeah, congratulations to Ronnie. She did really well this year. I just couldn't keep up on the end. She's got a really fast car. Thanks to Mum and Dad, all my sponsors. Claremont Speedway, it's great to be a part of this. This final meeting has just been fantastic. Thanks very much.
Good on you, mate. And the winner, young female sensation. How about this for a drive all year? Ladies and gentlemen, the young Miss Veronica McCann. Well done, Veronica. Female driver down here at Claremont Speedway. Congratulations on your first place.
Thanks very much. I'd like to thank Healthway Smart Smoking, sponsoring the series. Claremont Speedway for letting us be a part of this. My sponsors, Morgan Astley Australia, Claremont Speedway, Red Pole and All Science. And thanks very much for everyone who's been supporting me. We've been through a bit of a rough time, and the support has been absolutely fantastic. Thanks very much.
Veronica McCann, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed to all the drivers.
The rear of the field and see how good they are by the look. The two better drivers off the rear. So watch for the movement of the two at the back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Claremont Speedway. 10 to 17-year-olds out on the racetrack now. And the two right out the back. I think it's a Daihatsu Charade, isn't it, that Veronica's driving these days on the outside? Shake It Chick, I think it is, or Shake by a Chick on the back of Veronica's car. The little white and orange car, and on the inside in 84 is Robert Thomas. McCann's getting edgy already. As they get ready in the back straight now, the youngsters for Smarter Than Smoking, Healthway, great sponsors of Claremont Speedway. And let's hope they continue their support when we move to the new Kwinana. The big quit signs out there. We'll hear a quit story later on in tonight's program also. They're on the infield at the moment. There we go. Haythornthwaite gets off to the early lead as you would expect, starting on the front row. Watch the two back markers in Veronica McCann in car number 50. She's gone 3 wide on Foul House Corner and already starting to rake a few in. Also going forward is Robert Thomas, the two off the back. He jams up. Look at this around turn number 3. Oh, they're nose to tail. They're 3 wide. They're 4 wide. Bang! We got one going infield. He's sliding. Nylander gets it under control now. Haythornthwaite, Priolo still second. Third place is Rod Adley in car number 9 as they head again around Claremont Speedway. There's mid-range and up there also working forward is Thomas. He's up there in about 7th position now as they head down the back straight. McCann also up on the inside of Thomas, so the two from the back mark are working forward slowly, but Haythornthwaite from Priolo still leads. Then we go back to the 199 Stephen Hunter. He's doing pretty well. Clark's working his way forward. Michael Clark is back there in 4th place. Priolo's out wide, but we've got a new leader. Stephen Hunter takes over down the back straight past the quit sign with 6 of Claremont to go, and bang! No, McCann missed him. Very lucky indeed as that car goes backwards off the racetrack. Maybe in a safe position. We'll wait. Here is our race leader, Hunter from Haythornthwaite, from Clark, from Thomas. Then we go back to Priolo. On the inside there was Brendan Selleck. in the purple and brown or yellow and brown car as they head towards Valhouse Corner one more time. 10 and 17-year-olds for Smarter Than Smoking, the Junior Sedan Series. Their last race here at Claremont Speedway. Come on, kids, make some noise for these youngsters as they come around turn number 4. And Clark now comes up on the inside of Hunter, Haythornthwaite, Thomas. Then we go back further in the field to McCann and Galloway coming through. In 93 and 50, they're working their way forward. Brendan Selleck is between them. McCann goes high wide at Handsome. Nearly had a meeting with the wall. Came back in, cut off one of the young Priolos. And McCann now drops back through the field. Back to the race lead though, with 4 to go around Claremont Speedway. Clark in front from Hunter. Haythornthwaite, Galloway and Thomas coming through. Then we go back to Selleck. Then we go back to Tara Vaughan. On her inside is car number 65, Fiona Murray. So the 2 girls having their own duels out there, or the 3 of them also, because McCann's there. And in amongst the girls, that's funny, isn't it? 3 girls are surrounding young Priolo, the young Italian stallion, as they charge around turn number 3. You stud, Priolo. As we go back to the race lead though, it's Clark leading the way. Second place at the moment is car number 199, Stephen Hunter still. Haythornthwaite holding off Galloway. Also just in behind them is Selleck, and on his outside is Thomas. They're down the back straight. We got Bang on Nylander. He's out of control, that number 19, I can tell you. That's what they used to tell me on the footy field. That 19's out of control. Well, he's just gone backwards and he's parked it on the grass here as young Nylander. The race leader goes through to take the white flag. We got 1 to go here for the kids. Come on, Claremont, say goodbye to them. Put your hands together as they come past you for this last time, their last lap here at Claremont Speedway. And it's going to be a win to young Michael Clark. He's playing for Collingwood, I thought, but no, he's gone back in years and he's down here at Claremont Speedway. Clark across the line first. Stephen Hunter is second. Robbie Galloway is third. Haythornthwaite, Selleck, Thomas and McCann. Then Tara Vaughan, followed by Priolo. Back further in the field to 65 and Fiona Murray. Then we go back through the field to young Matty Nylander. Young Priolo, which is Michael. David was back amongst the girls a little bit earlier. And across the line now, car number 9, Rod Adley. The time was 3:17 flat. 3:17 flat, which is a new 8-lap record, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for Michael Clark, and lap record. The record was held by Ian Robertson on the 22nd of the 3rd, 1996. Well, it is a new lap record time now for the 8-lap journey of 3:17 flat.